Welcome, Aries. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, and I've pulled for you the Queen of Cups as your overall energy for the month of February 2025. Queen of Cups is describing a way in which you are building up your focus and intention to love yourself holistically, to attend to your needs, your dreams, your ideas, your feelings. This is a way that you are elevating self-care as a more focused priority in your life. It's also a way, because of your attention to care, that you are attending to your caregivers, in particular, those who watch over you, support you, literally minister to your needs in times of difficulty, ill health, or just overall attention to what you desire, what you need to be safe, secure, productive. This is important to you. This is a general reading, Aries. It isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. And your social identity, the way others see you, the Sun card, is really showing in some way the fruits of your self-care, your prioritization of what you actually need without judgment. You're really understanding that your goal is to be supported, to be valued, to be comfortable among your caregivers, allies, supporters, collaborators, to be who you actually are, to be yourself. And with that self comes a lot of energy, a lot of playful energy. It is sacred, it is serious, but it is infused with the joy of living in an abundant world. And that is part of the message that your presence brings. It's part of the energy that you infuse into your community, your current projects, your place of work, your family, wherever you are interacting with the world, your world. In the first house, the Four of Swords. So there indeed is a real theme here around tending to your challenges, understanding what it is that has been essential about the difficult challenges you've overcome. For some of you, this is related to health, but that in itself is still related to some sense of a condition that you've overcome. And that condition may have repeatedly set roadblocks in your way due to your attachment to whatever it was that felt like it was continuously punishing you. It's almost as though you were attached to something that didn't accept who you were, resented who you were, was envious of your power of authenticity, your joy, your sense of possibility in the wider world. But you now understand, as you've stepped back from whatever environment this is, that this was purposeful. These challenges actually helped you understand who you are better by showing who you are not. And with that, there is a tremendous amount of gratitude that you're feeling, which is, again, fueling the self-care that is allowing you to open up more and more to who you are. In the fourth house, the house of your home, your foundation, your family, even the Three of Wands is about you setting up something in your home, in your base of operations. This can be in your community, this can be in your place of work, but it feels like this work is home-based or a home-based business in which you are launching a new project, a new inquiry, a new opportunity, a new potential collaboration as you're setting out the feelers to others, your contacts, colleagues, finding out what others know that could help you with what it is you're interested in beginning. looking for ideas in the general environment, in other communities, more diverse, less familiar environments, and waiting for some of the feedback that you have put out there regarding the viability of your ideas or the potential collaboration with others around your ideas. So this is a new beginning, becoming manifest. In the 7th house of significant others, we have the 6 of Wands. This is feeling very balanced, very even. The month of February is starting off with a Jupiter turning direct. And so this is setting some of the flavor for the month in which you have been perhaps struggling, doing a lot of internal work, really reviewing the past and allowing yourself to adjust to the things, the many things that you've released in terms of old habits, old relationships. You've shifted the tone. Releasing doesn't necessarily mean that you've separated from situations or individuals, but you've shifted the tone and the energy of those relationships so that the priority again is on your commitment to the collective. You are committed to the team, to the world, to a larger association, a larger collective that you, in which you understand and take your responsibilities very seriously. You understand the precise way that your commitment plays into the success of the larger group or team. And in that way, you are being rewarded by the excellence, the efficiency, the productivity of your efforts by your peers. And this is incredibly important to you. You are allowing yourself to be one of many rather than the leader. And this is in many ways earning you the trust of others that you hope to work with in the future, where you may assume a leadership role, depending on what it is you're working on. I'm going to pull an oracle card and hope, Aries, that this reading is resonating for you. If so, please like this video. Please share this with others if you feel so inclined, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. You probably know the drill if you've been on YouTube for more than a minute, that this subscribing is the most helpful thing you can do to keep me here, able to give readings. So thank you for all that you do in that regard. And I pulled the card Forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I think that this is something you're used to being on the receiving end of. Others feeling resentment, jealousy, envy of your position. And I think you understand that and are able to cope with that. What I think this is opportunity, this time is allowing you to do, is to understand your resentments better, to prize apart your anger issues, your arrogance, perhaps, your bossiness, something around how you envy those, particularly those that are close to you, those that you feel aligned with, not necessarily those that you have a rather contentious relationship, as in, say, with siblings in a family. So that's a different kind of energy than what I'm sensing. You're actually exploring a sense of entitlement that you may have in the world as a result of childhood conditions or conditionings you received as a young person. And in that way, you harbor subtle, nuanced resentments and jealousies of others. And you are now looking at that. You're realizing how much that bogs down and takes away from your sense of self-love, self-regard, self-respect. And with the Queen of Cups as your overall energy, you're really looking at all the things that don't make you feel good. And when we're jealous or angry or resentful of others, we feel bad. So I do think this is an element of your makeup that is holding you back, and you're becoming very aware of this. In the first house, the Four of Swords is clarified by the Five of Swords. So 4 to 5, right? Some of the gratitude that you're experiencing in your perspective, this is infusing the way you wake up every day, the kind of prayers you say, it affects the shape of your meditation, actually is bringing up precisely these experiences of resentment, envy, jealousy, competition, anger, bitterness that you have experienced, perhaps as a customary feature in your home, your family of origin. So, in that way, this is bringing up some uncomfortable conflicts that you have, that you've observed as a normal, that has been normalized as part of human interaction. You know it isn't normal. It's not the normal that you want any longer. The criticism, the judgments, these are things that are really coming up for you, and that you are recognizing that you mimic to some extent this behavior, even though you've learned that this is not the way that you really want to be. But you're looking at this at a deeper level because of this quite significant healing that you have been through. So you now have the courage, because of this incredible self-care and how good it feels to be airing these darker behaviors and patterns and attitudes that we are kind of lodged in there. You're really looking at them. You're looking at the unkind things that maybe a family member has said and says often, or feels poorly towards you, or the way that you perhaps treat a friend, treat a friend's significant other that is less than kind or thoughtful, and is rather can be cruel. So those are examples of things that you are observing in your relationships and interactions with others, particularly your intimates, and where your values have shifted, where you're seeing the destruction in those values that you once thought of as just bad, petty behaviors. You understand that they really are significant self-violence, and that it is important that we rid ourselves of the things that we've come to expect, that have been used against us to keep us compliant with someone else's expectations. In the fourth house, the Three of Wands is clarified by the Ace of Pentacles. This new project, new home, new business, new work that you are setting up is a incredible source of abundance for you. It is a long-range plan. It is something that you are setting up as a valuable resource to others. It's something that will lend to your stability and security, particularly if it's placed in the home. If this is a home business, a cottage industry, doesn't mean with technology today that you can't take it with you. So there's an anchor with your base of operations and the portal of abundance, the setting up of this project, this new approach that you are undertaking at this time. And the Six of Wands in the seventh house is clarified by the Five of Wands. So at this time we move from a 6 to a 5, where in your opposite house we move from a 4 to a 5. So I see this being a way in which you are, because of your commitment to the team, to the group, to understanding fundamentally how collectivity works, how cooperation works, how people work in reciprocity and mutual aid, that you are more empowered through the positive experience you're having in some regard, where you are building trust with others. Others are regarding you in a different way, are rewarding you, and that recognition from your peers is really encouraging you to look at the way that you communicate with others, to really tackle that as a part of looking at the thread perhaps of anger, bitterness, or resentment that you may still carry within you as a result of your conditioning. This is important because whatever it is you're working on is tied to working in groups, working collaboratively, collectively, in partnership, or communicating information to others in a way that is supporting you and giving you the confidence to state your opinions and share your information in a way that invites feedback, invites dialogue, and that is your goal, in as much as you see your effort as about the way that we are learning and growing together. In the 10th house, the Sun card is clarified by the Seven of Cups. I think you're diving into the details of setting up this new business, and you're finding many options available to you. Certainly, in a way that could be very overwhelming. There's a sense here that you're a natural for whatever it is that you are attempting. Perhaps it's your presence, your confidence, your boldness that is a good fit for whatever enterprise or project you're setting up. But you're also somewhat overwhelmed by all the options you have, all the choices before you, and uh, the overwhelm, perhaps even of the technology, um, is not distracting you from your intention, the clarity of your mission. And this card is saying that as long as you stay clear on your goals, the options available, the opportunities, the invitations will fall into place in a way that benefits you and growing your message, rather than you being distracted and pulled away or rewarded uh, in a way that might have been attractive to you in the past, but is no longer the motivation for the work that you do. It isn't that you don't want to make money, absolutely not. It's very clear here that you will make money. You can be abundant through this project, but that's not the purpose. There's a greater purpose. Receiving money for it is just a wonderful benefit, something you're deserving of, but your motivation is really to help others. And I'm going to finish off this reading with a crystal, a different crystal oracle. And with Pluto's transition, I'm paying homage now to Pluto's underground resources, underworld resources, crystals, gems, precious metals. And I pull the Iolite, shift your money mindset. Interesting. So there's a lot here as you step into this portal of abundance, stability, security for you, and clear that this is not the motivation to do what you're doing, but there's certainly an expectation of prosperity, to do well, to be sustainable. And this is maybe allowing you to look at the issues around resentment or anger for yourself as something you learned and have accept as a normal feature of human relationships that is being transformed through this opportunity to grow something and offer it to your community as a means of greater transformation. Thank you so much, Aries. Until next time, namaste.